Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to the NightOwl server. Today we're going to be working on a pretty big project and hopefully a very beneficial one for the server. We're going to be making the auto smelter that I made on cost. We're going to be putting it right here next to the brewing stand. Figured it'd go nicely with the type of, I don't know, the infrastructure, kind of. It's an infrastructural type of building. So anyways, I'm going to place it back here. I already dug out the area. And I'll show you guys how I build it kind of step by step. I won't show you everything because a lot of it is just, placing a bunch of blocks. And I don't have enough iron right now to finish the whole thing. I want it to be 64 furnaces like the last one was, but I only have enough iron for a little over a stack of hoppers. And for the full 64 furnaces, I'm going to need at least 3 stacks of hoppers. So, yeah, like I said, it's going to be pretty much the same as the one that I built on the cost server. The only thing different is going to be the aesthetics. So here is going to be where you put in your items. There's going to be chests right here and right here. And they will go on minecart tracks down and back. So let's get the hoppers. So I'm going to place the furnaces to start off. I think I can start right here. So there'll be furnaces on that side and furnaces on this side as well. Place one more. And then there will be hoppers. Let's see, I'll just place a block right here for now. There'll be hoppers feeding into a chest over there. There'll be, let's see. Can I see it? Nope, might have to get down here. So the hoppers will have one coming out of the bottom of the furnace. That will collect all of the smelted items and bring them to a chest at the end. And then on this side, we'll have hoppers on top of the furnaces. And I guess on both sides, they'll have hoppers on the top and on the sides here. And we won't be able to place them this close, actually. But that's okay. I'll have to figure out. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how close to that thing we can be yet. I'll have to figure that out as I go along. But we'll have hoppers on the top and on the back. The coal will go onto these back hoppers, and the iron ore or netherrack or sand or cobblestone can go into the top hoppers. And that will all get dropped off by minecarts. So I'm going to get all these furnaces placed, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so I got all 64 furnaces placed, and I got hoppers put on 32 of them, which I'm surprised I actually had that much iron to do all of that. But yeah, I still have 32 more furnaces to hopper up. But one thing I want to mention is these are 3 apart, and the reason I do that is for some redstoning. I need some space in the middle to do some redstoning. Good job, Goofy. And that's, if you're not going to do any redstoning, I'm going to make this variable like I did on the cost. But if I wasn't doing that, 1 space would be enough. I do suggest leaving 1 space in between the furnaces, because this side is the only side that you can actually access them from. So yeah, if you had them right next to each other, which you could do, but if you did that, you wouldn't be able to access the furnaces. And if something were to get in this top slot, like powered rail, then you wouldn't be able to clean it out. So now we just need to get the rail all working, and then this will be pretty much a functioning automated furnace or automated smelter. So you want to start with a powered rail here, right by this block and that block. Then you can have 2 regular rails, and then detector rail and a comparator right here. Now this system right here is very important. Let me just place some more track and then we'll talk about this. So the cart that you stick your items in will start right here on this track. You'll stick a button. Let's see, you could stick it like up above or something, but I like to have them right below. So you push the button and it will send the cart down the track. It will go on that side, go there, and then there will be a powered rail there that makes it come all the way back. And what this comparator system does is if the minecart still has items in it, the minecart chest, when it goes over this detector rail, the comparator will send a signal into this block, which then will power this powered rail. So when the cart comes in, gets to this powered rail, it will be powered because of the comparator, and it will loop back. So this will ensure that if it still has items, it will continue to go along the track until finally it is empty, and then it will, or this will not send a signal, and this powered rail will not be powered, and the cart will come to a stop here. So we'll do that the same over on this side. Oh yeah, I gotta raise this up one because we need our detector rail there. And then comparator, and then we can have regular rail. So now I just need to put all the rails here, put some powered rails, and get those powered. So I will do that. Alright, so here at the end, we want it to loop around. And since we don't have hoppers going all the way through here, I'm just going to place some temporary blocks right here so we can have the track loop around. And just some tips. Well, you want to have the powered rails every 8 blocks. So there's 7 regular rails in between. That's the minimum that it needs to be for minecart chests. And also, when you're placing this rail, it's always best to place one side first, or one track first. So this is the coal track. So you want to get that all placed before you go back and place this upper track, because otherwise you can run into problems with the tracks connecting. And like I said before, since there's so many hoppers here, it's really hard to actually break these and collect them. They're going to end up in the hoppers and it becomes a pain. Alright, now the best way to power these powered rails, since you don't want to power the hoppers underneath them, is to place a block right on top like that. And then you can get your levers. Yeah. Get some levers. Wait. There we go. Get some levers. Let's see. Let's stick it on this side so that they're not visible from out there. And then this way, this block here will power the powered rail underneath as well as the powered rail to the side. So you can do that with all of these. Just stick them like that. Turn these on. And then this one has 2 here, so one thing you can do is stick some redstone right on top like that, and then that will power that one as well. Alright, so to make this thing functional, the last thing we have to do is, let's see, where's my other hopper? There it is. Make it all go into that chest there. I feel like I should have one more hopper. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have a hopper. So here we have 2 droppers, and in here is the clock with the comparator turning it on. And then this is just to power this dropper. Same setup that I use in all my dropper setups. So we're going to have that. Let's see. Did I do that right? I think I did. So we're going to have that hopper feeding into that bottom dropper. And that one going into there and into there. And I had to drop it down one and have 2 droppers because otherwise this clock wouldn't fit in here. And I wanted the chest to be in the floor like this. So now we can cover it up. there we go. So we just need, let's see, need one, oh, what am I doing? I need one more chest. And then I can make 2 minecart chests. Place those. And we now have a functioning auto smelter. The only thing we have to do is I want to get my variable furnace redstoning in, and then basically aesthetics, and then of course when we get enough iron, expanding all these hoppers and rails out to the end. Alright, so now that the smelter is all done, I want to install the redstoning. And if you haven't seen my auto smelter on the cost server, basically what this is going to do is turn off some of these hoppers that the railroad or that the tracks go on top of, so that you don't have to be running all the furnaces at once, because 64 furnaces is a lot, and sometimes you just don't have that much stuff to smelt to make that really efficient. So how this works, or how it's going to work, is you're going to be able to push a button for like 8 furnaces, 16 furnaces, 32 furnaces, or 64 furnaces running, and it will turn on some sort of signal that runs along these hoppers, or along the side of the hoppers, to turn them off. And then there will also be feedback so that only one of these torches is lit at a time. So the first thing we need to do is spread the signal from these buttons. So let's see, this side button can go over like that. Then we'll need a repeater right there and there. This one can go, let's see, how did I have this? Let's see, because this one's going to go straight. This one's going to be right here, end up right in this line. This one's going to end up in this line. So it'll be like that. Actually, no, that can be straight redstone. Put a repeater there. And then this one's going to continue on like that. And then this one is going to be like that. Let's see, that's 4. Yep, so that that should be that. And then I need to dig a trench. What I need to do is bring the signal down and also invert it. So we're going to need some torches here. These 3 will be like that. This one is actually going to be down a bit lower because of the repeater there. So then how I'm going to invert it is the torch is going to light up that and then have a torch down here. And I need more redstone. And this one's going to work the same, just down a bit. So it'll be like that. And then we'll dig this down one more. Put redstone along here. And then there we go. And I'll show you what this is for in a little bit. In fact, this one can actually get brought. We're actually going to bring it over this way, just because that is the way that it works the best. Alright, so now not only do I want the signal to be brought down, I also want it to come up. So this one's pretty easy. I just have to put a block there, bring that over. But on these, I'm going to need half slabs. Let's see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to need half slabs above it. So if I go like that, and then get rid of these top 2. There we go. And I'll just bring these over. I can get rid of this middle one. And then, so now with these half slabs, not only is that redstone there going to power the torch, but it's also going to come up onto this on top of this half slab. And since we're not using a solid block, it's not going to short out the piston there. Alright, so I'm bringing the signals over this trench so that I can have 3 RS NOR latches on this side. And I only need 3 because this one actually just needs to clear out everything. So basically what I'm going to have is each button will, or these 3 buttons will lead into an RS NOR latch, which will basically toggle it on, toggle that, line on. And it will also, the reason for this line down here is that's going to reset everything. So it's going to reset all of the RS NOR latches, turn them off, and then it will turn whichever one you want on. So to make the RS NOR latch, I'll show you how to make one of them here. You need a block, or at least this design. It's a 1 wide design, which is why I use it here. It allows me to have it in a smaller area. So you need 1 block here with redstone on top, torch on the front, and then you need the torch powering up a repeater here. The repeater goes into a block, redstone on top of that, block there, and then a torch back on here. So basically what this does is when you power this side, which we can do right now, push that button, it will power this redstone, turn off this torch, which will turn this torch on, and then keep that one off. So now we don't have a signal back here, and what I'll do is invert it, so right now there would be a signal coming off of this RS NOR latch. And then what we're going to do to reset it is power this redstone, which will turn this torch off, which will allow that torch to come on, and then there will be no more signal coming out of the back here. So I have my RS NOR latches here, and like I said, what I need to do to reset them all is to power this redstone on top. And how I'm going to do that is with these repeaters and these blocks. It will the repeater will bring the signal through. It'll power this block, which will power the redstone. So what I need to do is take this line of redstone, which will be activated anytime a button is pressed. Anytime a button will be pressed, it will turn this torch off, which will turn one of these torches on and bring a signal through. But I don't want the button, I don't want it to be activated for as long as the button is activated, so I need to shorten it. And how I'm going to do that is make a nice little, what is this one called? It's a, shoot, I forget. It's some sort of pulse, shoot. Oh, monostable circuit, that's what it is, yeah. Oh, that's wrong. Need to bring that down one more. And I think I'll replace these with cobblestone just because I like to. Alright, so it's a monostable circuit. Basically, there's a sticky piston underneath there. When the signal comes through, it will, I need that at 2, but it will send a signal through this block, through the repeater, and up. And but it will also power this block, and the piston will extend. But there's a little bit of delay, so it does send a pulse through. Alright, so I got some of the redstone hooked up to turn off the hoppers. As you can see, I have lines of redstone going along. And what happens is, like, this one is for 16 hoppers, so the redstone will come out. Since this repeater is here, it will not turn those off, but it will turn all of those off, all of those hoppers. So you still have these first 16 running. And same with, if this would be 8 hoppers. So you turn that on, and it turns all of this redstone on that you see, which just leaves these first 8 furnaces working and on. So that's what these repeaters are for. They're to extend the signal, but also to keep the signal from going backwards. And then I did realize that to have this working correctly, I needed a space here where the repeaters are, because the repeaters don't power the block underneath, which means they weren't turning off the hoppers that they were next to. So I had to take out some furnaces and extend the line of furnaces down a bit farther. So then how I have all 4 of these powered, let's push the 8 hoppers button. Alright, so I have the 8 hoppers button pressed. So as you can see, the torch lights up this redstone, and you know, I looked at this and I tried to make it as compact as possible, but with having this RS NOR latch here, I can't actually have a block here with redstone on top. And so this hopper is actually going to stay on the entire time, which kind of sucks. But there's really no way without moving the RS NOR latch over. And I don't want to take up more space over on this side. So I think that's just going to have to stay the way it is. But anyways, so the redstone torch also brings the power down here, which turns off this torch, which turns on that torch, which will light up the redstone up there. And then it also carries it over to this side. So that's how I'm going to bring the power from all of these torches over. You know, I'll have to do it for this one now. Alright, so now that I got all that redstoning done, the last thing I need to do for technical stuff is get the feedback coming up here. So I already have it laid out. All I need to do is bring the signal from up here to power these blocks so that these torches will turn off, which will unpower the repeater, which will let that torch turn on. So let's see, this one will just come up right there, and that'll go right into that block. And then we also need a block on top of there, because this one is going to come up here and right on top of there. So we need that block to separate that signal and that signal. And then this one, again, pretty straightforward, just comes up. Actually, this one needs to be brought down. Let's see, where's my slabs? There we go. Oh, and then that one needs to be a repeater, that's right. There we go. So that powers that block there. And then this last one, need to bring the power from there up to here, and then over, and then into that block. So now everything should be working. Let's go test it out real quick. So yeah, right now the 16 hoppers button is turned on. If we push the 8 hoppers button, there we go. And as you can see, all of the redstone is lit up except for those parts because the track is in the way. 32 furnaces. Something's not right here. Okay, so that's just a feedback error. Otherwise it is working. Oh yeah. Shoot. Alright, so I think I got it all figured out here. This first signal, or redstone, just comes straight up into that block. The second one I had to change around a bit. Instead of coming up off of here, I have it come up off of this block. And then I have a block here separating those two redstones. I have it powering this block, and then a repeater going in to that block. And then this one comes up, and I have it going on top of a block instead of being right through there. So yeah, that should all be working now, hopefully. Cross our fingers. So let's try this out again. 8 hoppers, 16 hoppers, 32 hoppers, and 64 hoppers. And that one turned off for some reason. Why would that turn off? Oh. So I actually will need the other RS NOR latch here to keep that one on. But anyways, I will do that afterwards or later. Right now I think we'll just end it right here. Hopefully no mobs around us. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Not really much of a tutorial since I messed up a lot and probably wasn't very clean and explanatory as you'd like, but you know, I hope you enjoyed it anyways. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or advice for me, and of course hit that like button if you liked what you saw. Thank you guys for watching, And goodbye, peoples.